Hi, our lesson now is about linear correlation of bivariate data. Bivariate data means when I have two variables. As an example, I have x and y. We start by the Pearson's product moment correlation coefficient, which we can refer to it as the letter R. Now, it is very important for us to know if there is a positive correlation between x and y, a negative correlation, or no correlation. Now, let's understand what's meant by positive correlation. Positive correlation means as the value of x increases, the value of y increases as well, and the opposite is true. As the value of x decreases, the value of y decreases as well. From a scatter diagram, how can I spot that there is a positive correlation between the variables x and y? First, I draw an axis this way, and I have the quadrants. If all the points lie in the first and the third quadrant, then there is a positive correlation between x and y. Let's see the second case when I have a negative correlation between x and y. Negative correlation means as x increases, the value of y decreases. So now, also if I want to know if there is a negative correlation, I just draw an axis this way inside. If all the points lie in the second quadrant and the fourth quadrant, then this means that there is a negative correlation between x and y. Let's see when there is no correlation. There is no correlation, it means that I don't know when x increases what happens to y. And the opposite way is true as well. I don't know as x decreases what will happen to y. In this case, if I draw an axis this way, I will find that all the scatter points are found in the first, second, third, and fourth quadrants. To be very accurate and to measure the correlation between two variables, we need to find the Pearson's product moment correlation R. The value of R lies between 1 and -1. The sign means there is a positive or a negative correlation, and the strength of the correlation depends on the value of R. So now, if R has a value between 0 and 0.25, then I can consider the correlation to be very weak correlation. If the values of R are between 0.25 and 0.5, then I consider the correlation to be weak. If the value of R between 0.5 and 0.75, then I can consider the correlation to be a moderate correlation. If the value of R is between 0.75 and 1, then I consider the correlation to be strong. So, as an example, here we'll take an example. If the value of R is equal to -0.9, then this means there is a strong negative correlation between the variables. Let's take an example now. For the following data, find out the value of the Pearson's product moment correlation coefficient R and comment on its value. To find out the value of R, we need to use our graphical display calculator. So we start our graphical display calculator, we go to menu, and we go to statistics, exit. Now, we have to fill in the list. So as a start, I need to delete everything that's inside. And here as well, delete all. I fill in the X values in list 1. So I have 7, I have 12, 14, 16, and the 20. And in list 2, I fill in the Y values. I have 280, I have 350, 380, 420, 400, and 450. Then I go to Calc, I press the reg, R-E-G, and I go for X, and I press AX plus B or A plus BX, it does not make a difference. So I have the value of R in here to be positive 0.974. So the value of R is equal positive 0.974. To comment on this value, we say there is a strong positive correlation between X, which is the midday temperature, and Y, which is the number of cold drinks sold.